All right, here we go again. So I figure what we can do is just create the website using whatever domain. I texted the guy. He thought the one domain name was available. I think that's saying I've gotten online. Yeah. He thought it was available. Um, I'm not sure what the confusion or issue was there. But regardless, we can just do the website using some other domain name and figure out those details. Like we can iron that out later. So, yep, I can hear myself. Oh, let me turn on the music. I want some music here. Yeah, that sounds fine. Okay, I'm chilling with that. Okay, so and let's see if my AI can still chat. What is the best domain name for noobs? What is the best domain name for noobs? What do you think it'll say? I don't know why I hit it. Good lord. GoWebDev.io/CodeHub site? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, well it came up with something more deranged than I was prepared for. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna hop back over to this. And okay, let's see. So Route 53 domains not available. Okay, whatever. So we did in fact register one, lavamagic.org. So I'm gonna try. Now I'm gonna just use this as our temporary placeholder domain, basically. So we need to go to, wait a minute, hosted zones. And we're gonna choose this one. And we're gonna create a record alias, and we're going to choose CloudFront. Uh-oh. Oh. Wait a minute. Alias to a CloudFront distribution and another record in the same hosted zone are global and available only in US East. Really? So technically we can choose this, right? Wait, where's my region? Oregon. That might not be right either. I think we want this CloudFront. It says no resources found. So let me look again. Okay, so let's return to CloudFront here. This Unified Dakotas, this is a sweet track to me. I don't know, it really appeals to me. So anyway, so here's a distribution that we supposedly have. It says global, right? Global. So let's see. Alias to CloudFront distribution. US East, North Virginia. Okay, hold on. So let's see. So I guess I sort of imagined. So we would go route traffic to, and I would choose alias to CloudFront distribution, sure. And then we would choose the distribution. So that's not gonna work. Unless, I mean... Not a valid hosted zone ID. So that's not quite it. I feel like this might be a little bit closer, but there are definitely a lot of problems still that I'm just gonna have to iron out. I just don't know anything. I just don't know anything. That's why I'm doing this. It's a learning process, I guess. I don't know, man. Although, like, if I've got to get the website out for the guy, I might do better to just go back to plain EC2. In fact, I'm gonna have to consider that seriously. Because if I go to plain EC2, I don't know, I can probably get it out tomorrow. And I want to get it out tomorrow. Like what I'm looking at here, I don't understand what the problem is, you know? I don't understand yet what the problem might be. And I'll be able to figure it out. I'm not super confident that I'll be able to get it figured out by tomorrow. Quite frankly. Wizard? Am I in the wizard? Oh yeah, let's switch to wizard. Maybe that'll help us. Okay, so do we want simple? Yeah, we want simple. All right, simple routing records to add. So we're gonna choose one here, I guess. A CloudFront. An alias to a CloudFront distribution and another record in the same hosted zone are global and available only in US East, North Virginia. Yeah, I still don't know. I still don't know what that's about. It's getting a little dark. Let me put on the lights. All right. So that won't work. We could try to choose S3 in Oregon, because that's where I've got one. But then it's not there either, so what's happening? All right, so let's go back to the S3 and see if there's something else we need to try. So let's choose S3. Let's choose the bucket that we've got. And now, maybe is it properties? It said an endpoint, right? Oh, maybe we need this. Bucket website endpoint. Okay, so what's it say? Nope. Not a valid S3 website endpoint. Okay, so it looks like... Oh, that's weird. Do we need to get rid of this part? Is that better? No, not a valid S3. Okay, so do we need to get rid of this part? Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so it needs to be the same name as this, I think. Which, yeah, I'm pretty sure it does need to be, and so that's easy. So we'll just create a new bucket. Let's see, so the name will be Lava Magic. And copy settings from existing bucket. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so let's create. Okay, so now if we use this one, maybe that's better. All right, so now we go back to where do, oh, did I close it? Okay, let's go back to route 53. Goodness. Okay, so we have this hosted zone. We want to go to hosted zone. Okay, create record. Sure. So define a record. Choose S3. Choose Oregon. Paste. Nope, not that. Okay, so now we want to go to the other bucket. Hold on. This one. And we want to say this is going to be a website thing. So let's see. Oh, S3 static website hosting disabled. Okay, so let's enable. Oh, so yes, it will be index HTML. But I haven't uploaded yet, but we'll get there. Okay. So then we'll choose the, we'll choose this. Okay, so apparently we get rid of that. And what happens now? Okay, so now create records. Okay, so that's cool. That's cool. So now we will, I guess, put the files in there. It's just 2 tiny files, but yeah, let's put them in there. So it's called Lava Magic now, I guess. And we'll choose add files, style, index, of course, upload, and hooray, upload succeeded. So that means, what I think that means is that now if we go here, then we can, I guess, load it. Let's see what happens. Nope, not yet. We might need to wait, or it might just not be correct yet. Might need to do more configuration. I'm not sure. This is mostly new to me. Okay, so I'm gonna go here, properties. Whoops, properties. I'm gonna choose this. Oh no! Access denied. Okay, so we left out something very important, which was the permissions, right? So we need this bucket policy. So let me just copy it over from the other one. So this one already had the correct policy, right? Permissions. So we'll copy that, and we'll put it on this one. Okay. Save. Uh-oh. Oh, I need to change this. Okay, that's fine. So save. All right, cool. So that's fine. All right, so now if we load... No, not this one. Oh no, where did it go? Okay, so we're going to go to properties, select this. Okay, so there it is. That part is fine, I guess. So now if we choose the website like this, magic.com. Oh shit. How did this happen? Oh, that's nasty. Oh my goodness. That is ugly. Alright, so how did we screw that up? And are we screwed now? Did we already lose it? Because holy crap. What I saw there is very ugly. Oh, it says it's a .org. Never mind. I forgot that it was a .org. Alright, so is anything going to happen? No. Okay, so we're not good there. Okay, so let's see. Dashboard, so hosted zones. Okay. Oh, so, okay, so it's .org, so let's not get that wrong. And then it says it's supposed to be like this. Okay. Does it have to be the full thing? Like, do we need another bucket? Like if we, okay, so if we take this bucket and copy the bucket, let's see. Let's just create bucket. So does it have to be called lavamagic.org? Is that how it works? It might be, but let's find out. And we'll copy the settings of this one, I suppose. And we'll accept this. Okay, so now in the lavamagic.org bucket, we'll place those same files, just those two tiny files, just to get us started. All right, so we'll hit upload. And then, yeah, so that's fine. So now we'll choose buckets, and let's make sure we turn on the website thing. So let's enable. Oh, yes, index HTML. Fine by me. There's nothing wrong with that name in my opinion. Okay, so that's cool. So now in the permissions, we see we don't have a permission here. So we'll grab this one again, and we will paste it. And we'll change this to lavamagic.org. Save. Okay, cool. I guess it's cool. And so then in our domain thingy, well, actually, okay, so let's do this. So let's look at our file, our tiny, tiny little stupid file. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Easy peasy. And now, if we go here. Oh, no, not like that. We literally just want this part. Okay, so no good still. Oh, wait, no, it is good. It's taking forever to load. What is that about? Let me try it on here. Dang. Okay. Well, that's totally messed up. Did I... Wait a minute. Okay, let's review again. S3 website hosting. Okay, so they say this. I was gonna try it, but I clicked the button and nothing happened, so I don't know. All right, so tutorials. Custom domain. Okay, yeah. So we did this. 2 buckets. Why is it 2 buckets? Oh, one with the regular and one with the subdomain. Okay, I'm not going to worry about the subdomain just yet. We might need to get there, but not just yet. All right. Okay, so it says lavamagic.org. And so we said, let's see, properties, static website hosting. So we did that. We added an HTML. We didn't add an error. We didn't add a redirection. Okay. Configure your subdomain bucket for website redirect. Okay. I didn't do the subdomain thing. It's probably going to be necessary, but hold on. And I haven't done the logging. I guess that might be necessary too at some point. Yeah, so we did that. No error document yet. So we unblocked public access and we attached a policy. It did look like this. Right, let's review real quick. Permissions. Right, so it was pretty much the same thing. Okay. Test your domain endpoint. Okay, so I think we're good here because it does open. And then at this point, step 11. Okay. Now that's where we were off. So we're gonna go here to Route 53. We're gonna choose this. This one did not work, so let's just get rid of it. Let's create one. We are in the wizard. Oh, no. Let's stick with the wizard. That's what they said. And then let's define and A. And now we want S3, Oregon. There it is. There it is. Ah, so much better. So much better. Okay. Create. That's more like it. All right. Finally got there. Talk about skill issues up the wazoo for ages. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, so now if I try loading it again, it might not be, I feel like I'm pretty quick there to try to load it, but, so it says alias yes, S3 website. Oh no. Well, that doesn't seem right. Okay, so what was it again? I'm gonna have to close all these tabs, or many of them. S3. Okay. Still no luck just yet. Okay, so what did it say next in those instructions I was looking at? These instructions, okay. So we chose alias, S3 bucket. For evaluate target health, choose no. All right, let's try editing the record. Let's choose no for evaluate target health. That's what they said, right? Within 60 seconds, it says. All right, I'm going to walk outside for a minute, and I'll be right back. All right, my bad. Let's see what we're looking like now. All right. Looks like... So we changed this. It's still not any better. So let's look at what it says here. Where were these steps? Okay, okay. So record type was A. We chose the bucket and the region. Alias. Record name. Okay. Okay, so we need to go over this part very carefully then. So if this one's not working, then let's just get rid of it. All right, and now we're going to go over it again very carefully. Okay. So, hosted zones, lava magic. We're going to go ahead and create record. Okay, so this is where we are. Right, where is it? Okay. Create record, excuse me. So we're in the wizard. Okay, that's fine. Simple routing, choose next. All right, define simple record. Record name. Default value, great. Value route traffic to. We're going to choose alias to S3 website endpoint. We're going to select our region. We are going to choose this. Record type is A. We're going to choose no here. And then we're going to do this. I feel like that's what we did before. Okay. Let's give it a minute. I don't know, man. I don't know yet, but hopefully we'll figure it out. It says in sync. So in sync, does that mean done? It sounds like done. All right, so let me check it again. Still no luck. Let me check it here. So this is what, oh wait, that does look right. Oh, why does it not look right over here? That's crazy. I'm trying to open it in Opera. Let me just try Microsoft Edge. I use, never mind. Okay, I'm in Microsoft Edge on the other computer. I'm going to put in the site name. Nah, it doesn't look like it wants to... Oh, it did open. It took longer than I thought it should have, though. It did open, though, but it took like 2 seconds. It should open in less than 1/2 second, in my opinion. Maybe it's okay. But it did open, so that means we're done with that part, I think. Okay. So let's close this one. And That light is a little bit bright. I'm going to turn it. Okay. Okay. So now we're using this. So what I told the fellow is I told him I would use a like temporary placeholder name. All right? So this is it. This is the temporary placeholder name. So that's what we're doing. Okay, temporary placeholder name. So now, it's not secure. We absolutely have to make sure it's secure. And actually, I think the thing I just closed... No, not this. The tutorial I just closed, I think, had a link to where it is that you need to do the HTTPS. Right? Right here. So this is what we're going to do. How do I use... Yeah, let's do this one. How do I use CloudFront to serve a static website that's hosted on Amazon S3? So this is the AWS Reports Knowledge Center. Okay, cool. So let's try doing it like before. It seemed relatively successful, I think. I don't understand why Opera didn't open it. Like, Opera wouldn't open it. That's crazy. I don't know. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Can we see that okay? Maybe. So basically, how do I use CloudFront to serve a static website that's hosted on Amazon S3? So we're going to use one of the following configurations. REST API endpoint. Why would that doesn't sound right. Let's just go, okay, so CloudFront. So we tried creating this one before, but it didn't work. So let's delete it. You must disable your distribution first. Okay, disable. And delete. You must disable. Okay. Let's refresh. You must disable. Okay, so wait a minute. It says last modified deploying. Okay, so I think it means we have to wait a minute. But let's come back to that. So I'm going to make this bigger again so it looks okay in the VOD. Let's create. I'll use the same name again, I guess. So let's use lavamagic.org. Check. It says that's good, right? We found a Route 53 zone file in your account for lavamagic.org. CloudFront can automatically manage your DNS for you. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? So much better than what I was trying to do earlier today. Okay, so it is Amazon S3 indeed. And we are going to browse and choose this one. Oh, wait a minute. Choose an AWS origin. Must be a valid S3 origin. So if I choose this... Oh. So what am I supposed to be doing here? Origin path. Enter your origin's domain name. Okay, so that sounds easy. We'll just choose this. Can we just do that? Maybe not. Oh, there we go. Why was I not doing that before? Has static web hosting enabled. We recommend using the S3 website endpoint rather than the bucket endpoint. Okay. Okay, well, don't they make it nice? They make it nice. Okay, great. Recommended origin settings. Sure. I think that's fine. Let's start with that. Let's not use this. This is pretty expensive. Look, $14 per month. And look. If you reduce it down to like 10, it says $8 per month. No way, not worth it. So we're gonna choose do not. And we are going to try creating certificate. Let's see what a little. Oh gosh, I can't even speak. Let's see what it will say this time. I think this is gonna be better than before. This is gonna be smooth. Oh, it is smooth. That was completely smooth. What did I just say? So, yes, that is what we will use. Cool. Create. Successful. All right. Amazing. All right, so if I try to open it here in Opera again now, it's still not working, but if I try to open it in Firefox, let's take a look. Okay. Put the name into Firefox, and it says still loading. And it says still loading. And still loading. And still loading. So, holy shit. Like, obviously, this is an unacceptable amount of loading time, so it could be that it'll be that maybe they're doing some work behind the scenes that will make it faster later on, because we just barely created the thing. But my goodness gracious, that is slow as all heck. It's still not. It's still not loaded. It's still loading. Literally, it should load. Like, look how fast this loads. If we just load this one, instant. If we just load, that's as long as it should ever take, honestly. But on my other computer, on Firefox, it's still loading. That's insanity. So, obviously, anything more than 1/2 second is completely unacceptable. It's not loaded yet. So it's not working, quite frankly. It's quite frankly just not working. But it says deploying, right? So maybe when it's not deploying anymore, maybe it'll be better. Let's take a look. So last modified deploying. Deploying. Okay, well, we just need to give it a minute. We need to give it 60 more seconds. It should never, ever... If it ever takes more than 1/2 second to load, that's too much. It really is. All right. I'll be back again. Because it's still deploying, and let's give it a minute. It might take 1 or 2 minutes to finish. And that's cool. It's doing a lot of work behind the scenes, right? So that's fine. All right. I'll be back. I'll be right back. We were listening to that Robert Cray. My God, Robert Cray at that time, he put out an incredible album, that 20 album. It was of its time. I don't know that it's aged super well, but I still like it. Let's put the song up here. Song. 20, right? By Robert Cray. You know, it's of its time, but when I saw him perform that shit, I saw him perform that shit in Chicago, and my God, that guy is a real performer, Robert Cray. Or he was. I mean, this was ages ago. I guess he's probably still around, right? Okay, so I'm going to try loading it again. lavamagic.org. Still no good. I'm going to try... I don't know. Man, it's not working. It is absolutely not working. Okay, so in Brave browser, it did load. Not fast enough, but it did load. Okay, so I'm going to go to Chrome browser now. lavamagic.org. Okay, I put it in. Now let's press enter, and let's see how long it takes to load. Enter. Too slow. But it did load. It did load, but it was like 3 times slower than it needs to be, honestly. Ooh, I really hate that, actually. Like, why bother using a cloud services, web services provider if it's gonna load that slow? Right? So, like, what is even the problem? Like, that's insane. Like, really? Okay. Holy crap. Let's open Firefox on this computer this time. Okay. Firefox. All right, right here. Okay, so here's our Firefox. lavamagic.org. Okay, ready? I'm going to press enter. Bam. Too slow. So maybe it is getting a little bit better, because that was only about twice the amount of time. But my God, like, you've got to load faster than that. That load was absolutely not acceptable. Absolutely not acceptable. It has to load always in 1/2 second or less. That's very important. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not super pleased yet, but maybe it'll get, maybe I don't know how it works exactly behind the scenes. Obviously, there's a lot that they do. But holy shit, those loads are slow. Goodness gracious. Slow loads like those are not acceptable. Here, let me try it once more on my phone. So I'm gonna open the, let's open the Firefox browser on my phone. All right, I'm gonna put the address, lavamagic.org. All right, lavamagic.org. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, bam. Oh, that loaded fast. That was actually great. That was fantastic. Okay, so excellent. Nothing to complain about there. All my bitching and moaning was for naught. It's actually working great now. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. I couldn't be happier. Oh my goodness gracious. So that was just the one latest test out of several tests. So we'll have to test it more, but great. So now let's go on. So did it load with HTTPS? Let me look. So I opened it with Firefox on my phone. No, it did not load with HTTPS. So that's not good either. At least I don't think so. Ugh. That's a little nasty. Okay, so let's look at the HTTPS thing. Okay, so if we go here, lavamagic.org look, not secure. So we need it to be secure for 100%. It's absolutely got to be. So let's go back. So can we delete this one now? We don't want this one. Delete. Yes. So that one's nasty. All right, so here's the one that is working. But we have to make sure that it's always HTTPS. That's very important. So, what's going on there? So it says custom SSL certificate. That seems good. Security? No, we don't want firewall. Behaviors. What is this? Redirect HTTP to HTTPS. Yeah, that sounds like what we want. So interesting. That sounds like what we want, but it doesn't work, right? So why not? So the origin or origin group, I don't even know what that is, right? What is this thing at the end here? I don't even know, actually. So if we click this, well, nothing happens there. Oh, there it is. I don't know what that was trying to do, but it didn't work. Yeah, so this is our problem. Not secure. If we see it saying not secure, then something has gone seriously wrong. So, gotta fix it, because that's not acceptable either. Behaviors, redirect. So what if we hit create behavior? What's it gonna say? I don't think we need a path pattern. It should be for every single path. So let's just put star. Okay, let's just put star. I guess. Compress. I don't think this is it. I think, let's go back. It says redirect HTTP to HTTPS. That sounds like a good move, but it's not working. So what's the deal? Require HTTPS for communication between viewers and CloudFront. Yeah, I think we need to do that. So what's it say? It says you need to change several CloudFront settings. Okay, let's give it a shot. So it says behaviors. All right. Sorry if that's not readable in the VOD or whatever, but I'm just trying to figure out what's happening here. So, I guess, do we want to edit this one? No. select this guy, edit. Viewer protocol policy. Redirect. Okay, so that's what's selected. I think we want this. Will that be better? The default cache behavior was updated, it says. All right, so if I reload, is it gonna be secured now? It might take a while like it did before, right? Oh, it is secured now, I think. Well, actually, I'm not sure. I think it's still loading. Never mind. This groove is pretty appealing for me. Shame is the title, but it's Tedeschi Trucks Band from the Signs album. Here, let's just take a quick look. Tedeschi Trucks Band Signs album. Yeah, so this was from 2019. Man, time has passed, huh? It was released on the same day that Kofi Burbridge died. You see that? That's crazy. Let's take a peek. All right. Generally positive reviews. Average score of 79. That's not super high. They haven't filled in a ton of deets. There's a very good amount of references here. 21 references, that's nice. But not a ton has been filled in here. But I will say this track, the way this track sounds to me is pretty amazing. It's really, really good. All right, so anyway, so I reload here and I hit this, and it still says not secure, so that's not good. All right, so I think I still might have messed something up. Something is not right. Because for sure, we do not want to be allowing... Like, the very nature of this site, we cannot allow people to connect to it unencrypted. That's because it's... The whole purpose of the site is for people to make appointments by inputting their personal information. We cannot really... It's just, it doesn't make sense to accept unencrypted connections. It's just not going to work. So... It says HTTPS only. Okay. I'm going to try loading it on my phone again. Okay, so I'm closing out Firefox and opening it again. Okay, so Firefox on my phone, all right? So I'm going to put lava magic.org. Okay. Okay, so that loaded, but no, it still says unsecured. That's messed up. What is this gonna do? CloudFront can update your DNS records. Oh, hit me with it. Maybe that's what's needed. It says DNS records successfully updated. Well, that sounds good. All right, let's hit it again. It came up saying 403 on my phone. But maybe I hit it too soon. You know, these things, it takes like a minute, 2 minutes sometimes, I guess, maybe to propagate or whatever. I don't know. So why does this say that it supports these versions? That's probably fine. Okay, so... Okay. All right, I'm going to hit it again here. Oh, now it says connection is secure on Edge. So I'm going to load it. Oh, okay. That looks better. All right, let's go back to where we were then. All right, so let me merge these back in, I guess. And what else? What's this one? Let's merge that in. Let's close that one. Let's close that one. What's this? Close that one. All right, I'll close that as well, because that's working fine. All right, much better. Okay. All right. So are we good here now? Step 5. I think it'll go better tomorrow. It's still pretty ridiculous. I'm using this ridiculous, like, placeholder domain name. A little ridiculous, but okay. So, your resume web page should include a visitor counter. So, actually, a visitor counter, I mean, that's fine, but it's not the main thing that we need. So, here's the thing. They have this, in my opinion, maybe a little bit out of order, because how are you supposed to know what JavaScript it is that you need to write in order to make this happen before you have done these, right? So it seems like this one should be moved down. Anyway, so let's go ahead and create DynamoDB. Sure. So we're going to look for Dynamo. DynamoDB, managed database. Let's hit it. All right. Share your feedback. Okay, so we're just going to create a table. The name will be Aquavantage. But more specifically, this is going to be appointments. Appointments, all right? Okay. So, share your feedback? I don't think so. So, that's the name of the table. Partition key. Hash value used to retrieve items from your table and allocate. So, I'm thinking this is just going to be a primary key. Sort key, I guess, will be appointment date. And that date will itself be a number, probably. Because we'll just use, like, a regular date that's reduced to a number. Okay, so the fastest way. Okay, sure, that sounds fine. Schemaless database requires only a table name and a primary key when you create the table. Fair enough. All right, let's hit it. Okay, so now we're creating our DynamoDB table. Heck yes. Wonderful. All right. So now it says we're going to, so do not communicate directly with DynamoDB from your JavaScript code. Instead, create an API using API Gateway. Okay, so let's go to API Gateway. It's a bit over-engineered. Honestly, like, if the cost doesn't end up being good, it'll just make sense to go to plain EC2. But for now, I do want to try it this way. We'll see how it goes. So, do we want WebSocket? Do we want REST? Do we want REST private? Pretty sure we want REST. Let's see. Build low latency, cost-effective REST. Oh, interesting. Did they give a suggestion here? Suggest using API gateway. They will be free or close to free. Okay. Low latency and cost-effective REST API with built-in features. Interesting. So we do not need WebSocket for this, and private won't help us because we need to communicate to it from, you know, people's different clients, wherever they're at. Works with Lambda HTTP backends. Works with Lambda HTTP AWS services. All right, so let's look for a comparison. API gateway versus, that's what it is, right? REST API. Sure. All right. Okay, hit us with the AWS documentation. REST APIs and HTTP APIs are both RESTful API products. REST APIs support more features. Okay, let's just choose the lower price one. I do not think we need any extra features for this. So this one, we'll choose build. All right. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think IPv4 is probably fine, right? So specify the back-end services that your API will communicate with. These are called integrations. All right, I think we do want one, right? So let's choose Lambda. Yeah, I think that's fine, but we don't have a Lambda function yet. So I guess we'll add that later. All right, so let's just go next. Interesting. So now we have to choose where are we going to do this. So can we do add root? Wait a minute. Add root is grayed out. Okay, I'll just hit next. Because, yeah, it does seem like these are out of order, because it seems like we probably want the Lambda first. In fact, I'm just going to cancel this one. Let's go ahead and create the Lambda first, I guess. So now, the Lambda is going to be a little bit interesting, because really all we need to do is basically take a request from our website and put the data into the table that we have, right? So we do have a table, right? View all tables. Let's mark this one as favorite. Wait. So dashboard. Click the star icon to favorite. Okay, let's look again. Yeah. Okay, there we go. This guy. Yes, good. So we're just going to add things into here. Okay, so now let's review what it says here. Python. You will need to write a bit of code in the Lambda function. You could use more JavaScript, but it would be better for our purposes to explore Python, a common language used in back-end programs and scripts, and its Boto3 library for AWS. Here's a good free Python. What do you think they linked to here? LearnPython.org. I don't think I've seen that one before. LearnPython.org. Huh. I'm not familiar with this site. Here, I'll star it. It might be worth a look at some point. But anyway, like, Python is shit for Lambda functions. Like, we all know it. Like, look, with a Lambda function, you're charged for the amount of time and space that you use. and Python uses way too much. We want a good choice for the cloud, and that choice is not Python. It's not JavaScript. It is, of course, Go. But I don't know, I don't know how to write a Lambda in Go, so let's look at it. How to write an AWS Lambda function in... shouldn't Go be one of the top choices? We're just gonna say Go. Okay, Go is it. So let's go to AWS. All right, so Go runtime support. So it says Go managed runtime is deprecated. All right, that sounds fine. We can just upload a binary, I'm sure. Tools and libraries. Cool, let's have a look. I don't know how far I'm gonna get tonight. What time is it? 6:31. I should probably try and spend some time. Getting started. Okay. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. Go get github.com. Wait. Go mod file. Oh, okay, okay. So let's go to my project. Aqua Vantage. All right, so let's put this one into a folder of some kind. Probably. Okay, now let's go init. Oh. What is it that we do here? Go... I don't remember. I haven't practiced with it. So what do we call it? Function? Let's call it function go. Isn't that interesting? It started me out with a little stub. That's cool. That's cool. So if we go... Oh wait, it didn't work. Wait, where's my function? No packages found for open file. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it says something. All right, so now can we go mod... It's like we have to go mod init. That's it. Go mod init function. Ah, very nice. Very nice. That was it. I'd forgotten. I was trying like go in it. Now you just have to remember, and that's what this TLDR is for. All right, so let's do this now. Ah, that's more like it. All right, and this one as well. Okay, sure. And how about this one? Okay. This shows how to make an API request using the Amazon DynamoDB client. Sure, let's grab it. Let's see what happens. Oh gosh, why did it come out looking like that? Can we go Wait, what did I do? Oh. Oh, there it is. Okay, so now we have the executable binary function. So that's what we're going to try to use. Okay, so now we have an executable binary, which is basically just this example. Wait a minute. Oh, no, this isn't to do an actual lambda function, right? Okay, hold on. Okay, so official AWS SDK. But we want several of these. We definitely want this one, so let's take a look. Okay, so we're gonna go get, and this time we're gonna say AWS lambda go, right? And we're gonna say lambda. Okay. And then we're gonna want the lambda context probably. And the event. Yeah, maybe. And the, let's see, used to create a zip file archive on Windows. We might not need that one. We're not on Windows. Okay. So, lambda go. Oh, here we go. Wait, that's weird. So when I was here, did it not... Oh, okay, okay. I was in a weird place. All right, so... libraries, samples, and tools to help Go developers develop AWS Lambda functions. Well, I'm not a Go developer, and I probably won't ever be. But at the moment, I'm trying to do web dev, even though I'm not a web developer either. But we're just going to do this, because why would we choose Go over Python or JavaScript? Because the Go runtime doesn't use overly excessive amounts of time and space the way Python and JavaScript do. Now, it's not perhaps, you know, people who are at the bleeding edge of performance might say, you've got to do C++ or Rust or something. But whatever, Go is the king of cloud. It hits that sweet spot of not using too much resources while also being quick to work with, right? So anyway, so we are not on Windows. Oh, interesting. Okay, here we go. So, let's see. So we're gonna have a function that just does this. Okay, cool. I'm all about it. So let's copy that. So this is the one we're gonna try. So we're gonna get rid of all that crap. And we're gonna put this. Oh, interesting. So it is, I guess, formatting on close now. I'm not even sure why, to be honest. But that's good. That's good. Okay, so then let's try doing this. This seems like a good starting point. No. Oh, let's move it to main. Move function to main go. Okay, let's try it again. Oops. Okay, and then let's see what this does. All right. That part seems fine. So now we have this zip file. Sure. All right, so now that we have the zip file... Wait a minute. Okay, let's take a look. So preparing a binary to deploy to AWS Lambda requires that it is compiled for Linux and placed into a zip file. When using the provided AL2 or provided AL2023 runtime, the executable within the zip file should be named Bootstrap. Okay, so that's kind of what we did, right? Lambda's default architecture is x86-64, so when cross-compiling from a non-x86 environment, the executable should be built with GoArch AMD64. That's fine. Likewise, if the Lambda function will be configured to use ARM, the executable should be built with GoArch ARM64. Wonderful. Okay, so here we are. So we are on Linux at the moment. On Linux, the Go compiler's default behavior is to link the output executable to the system libc for some standard library functionality. For example, DNS lookups. If the build environment is using a Linux distribution with a GNU libc version newer than the deployment environment, the application when deployed to Lambda may fail with an error like such and such glibc xyz not found. Okay. Most Go applications do not require linking to the system libc. This behavior can be disabled by using the cgo enabled environment variable. Okay, so we might need to... by the sound of what they're saying here, we likely probably don't even need to know that, but we might need to keep it in mind for later. So we might probably not need to use that. Okay, so basically, we found that we did this thing, we used this stub file that they provided for getting started, and we went ahead and built it the way they kind of said, and now we have this zip file, right? Okay, so now let's try deploying your function. Technically, I actually... Clearly, we want to deploy it using infrastructure as code at some point, but at the moment, I actually kind of want to download it, or excuse me, upload it through the ClickOps. So let's go through the ClickOps and let's figure it out. So we're going to go to Lambda. All right, so here we are. So here's the Lambda ClickOps, and we're going to create a function. All right, so it's going to be called... well, let's see. What did they do here? So here they just said, hello, Lambda. So let's just call this one hello, Lambda. All right. So the runtime is, let's look for it. OS only runtime for Go. So that's presumably the one that we want, right? Okay, so we'll choose that. And x86 sounds good to me. All right, so we're going to go to create, and then we're going to upload the file, I guess. Okay, let's see what happens. Create function. All right, there it goes. I don't know what it's doing, but let's just wait. Let's give it a minute. Okay, there it is. Oh, getting started. Okay, so I'm going to dismiss that. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so here's what we've got. So we are going to go... Let's see, I don't want to look at code source. I just want to upload my file. Let's see here. Interesting. There's kind of a lot here, right? Maybe this is why they suggested just going through the CLI instead of going through the ClickOps. But I want to see how it works through the ClickOps. So we want to... oh my gosh. code. Ah, here it is. Upload upload from zip file. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, so we're gonna find it. Am I in the right place? Okay. So we're gonna choose the zip file, select. Okay, so let's save that and let's see what it says. Okay, so it says successfully updated. Okay, now let's see what it says under test. So under test, can I just go ahead and like invoke this function and see what comes out? To invoke your function without saving an event, configure the JSON event, then choose test. Okay, so again, if we look at what they had here, it's not really taking any particular input. It's just supposed to say hello lambda, right? So let's create new event. Whoops. Sure. I think that's fine. So now let's hit test. It says succeeded. Oh, okay. So perfect. Perfect. That worked just fine. All right. So next. So what the lambda function is actually supposed to do is when we submit this form with all these fields in it, right? So if we look at what it looks like, 403 what the hell? How are you gonna come at me with 403? Oh no. Oh, it's because I didn't choose HTTPS. Huh, interesting. So anyway, so when we submit these details, right, we're supposed to save all of these in the DynamoDB table, right? So it's like they're saying here. So the idea here is you take some number, and then when somebody visits the site, if you're doing a visitor counter, then you add 1 to the number, and you save that as the new number in the table, right? So we're saving a little bit more data than just a number, but the principle is very much the same. So we're just supposed to save all of these little details. Very standard details, common details. Ah, I see that it's leaking my address. Oh, that's insanity. That's really funny. Well, swat me if you dare. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I don't care either way, honestly. I'm good with it either way, I suppose. All right, so anyway, so we have this file basically. So let's look at it again. Oh, we moved it to main. Main go. So this is the basic stub file they gave us, right? And so we imported this lambda. Presumably, I think we want to import the DynamoDB thing as well, because they have the DynamoDB service. Oh, but that's part of the SDK. So when we do it through the lambda, do we want to use the DynamoDB SDK? Or what is it that we want to use? It might be the SDK, but I'm not sure. Event models. Event sources. Detailed walkthroughs. Maybe there's one that'll just walk us through it. Let's take a look. let's see what this one says. Using AWS Lambda with Amazon DynamoDB. Well, it sounds like what we're here for. It's getting a little complicated, isn't it? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so So, are we gonna pull and batch streams? I don't think so. We're just gonna try to write a record to the DynamoDB. Okay, let's see. Process records in a DynamoDB stream. So, that sounds a little bit different from what I want. I just want to write a new record to my table. I think. I mean, I don't know. Handler, context. So we probably do want to use the SDK is my guess. Okay, let's see. Go Lambda SDK DynamoDB. Let's see what it says. Whoops. This one. Let's take a look. End of support for V1. Oh, let's go here then. All right. AWS SDK for Go V2. Okay, so here we go. Getting started. Hello, AWS. DynamoDB. Let's go to this site and see what it says. 404? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, let's go to this part. GitHub.com AWS. And let's see where we're at. Okay, Amazon Web Services. Do we have SDK? Oh yes, right here. Go. Wonderful. Okay. Service DynamoDB. Okay, so they do have service here. And, okay, wow, a wonderful list of the various services that they have added over the many years that they've been in business. So let's choose DynamoDB, one of the services they push a lot. I don't know if it's good. I mean, I want to give it a shot. We'll find out if it's good. All right, so here's the service. So, let's see here. Show some tricks with Athena OS. Is that something completely made up? 11 Virendra. Athena OS? Athena OS. Okay, let's take a look. Athena OS. Okay. I've never heard of this ever. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Is this AI generated? Well, I don't care what it is. It's a nice artwork. All right, so Athena OS. Let's take a look. Show some tricks. I don't know what tricks... Okay, fine. We'll show some tricks. Let's turn some on. Confetti. Let's turn all of these on. I don't know. Jump. Sure. Do I have wiggle glitch? Yeah, no, and wiggle grow. And wave. And sketch. Okay, here we go. We're gonna show some tricks with Athena OS. Here we go. Here it is. It is now sketch mode. Wait a minute. Something didn't quite work. Let's take a look. Get effect key not defined. Which one is it? Okay, let's turn off the jumperizer. It's having problems, maybe. We're gonna show some tricks with Athena OS. I don't even know what it is, but we're gonna give it a shot. Well, with the Athena OS website. Here, okay, I'm just gonna turn all these off. We're gonna try one or two at a time. Let's see if the wiggle glitch, or the wiggle grow by itself. Will this work? Okay, so here we go. There it is! There is our trick! Athena OS trick. Yes! This is the type of trick that we live for here. Yes! InfoSec professionals. I don't know what it is, but yes. Okay, let's turn on another trick. Let's try it with the Sketchify as well. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard of Athena OS, but it sounds like a winner to me. Okay, so interestingly enough, it seems like these don't play nicely together. Let's see what do we see? Oh, it says get effect key not defined. Okay, so I guess they won't work with that one. I haven't worked on these in quite a while. I have not worked on these tricks in quite a while. So I'm just gonna try let's try a combination with fidget. Okay, let's see if these work. Okay, so now here we are. So we're gonna go wiggle. Okay, so now it's wiggly, and now let's see if it can be wiggly and fidgety. Oh, wait. Wiggly and fidgety. Yes, okay. So those two do appear to work together, and we can do just fidgety here. Just fidgety. Let's look. Okay, so that's fidgety. You can see they're fidgeting. Okay, let's try a third one. Let's include maybe propeller. Okay. 3 tricks. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so we're going to put on the propeller. Oh, no! Oh, wait, that was wrong. Okay, propeller. There it is. Okay, so we've got the propeller going. So let's try the wiggle grow in addition. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Now this is more like it. This is the type of trick that I go for. Yes! Combination trick. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. People think about all kinds of crazy things. I don't know what the purpose of Athena OS is. Maybe I would know if I had read it. Here, let's look at docs. Born for InfoSec professionals, bug bounty hunters, passionate students, and spicy hackers. Spicy hacker, that sounds really inappropriate. What the frick are they talking about? All right. Athena OS is an open source offered as Fedora-based, Arch-based, and Nix-based distribution intended to build a new concept of pen testing operation system. Does this seem a little over-enthusiastic? How are you based on three different distributions at once? I don't know. It sounds very enthusiastic. Its purpose is to offer a different experience by providing reproducibility, flexibility, isolation, and only those tools that fit with the user needs and improving the access to hacking resources and learning materials. Athena OS is designed from scratch. Wait a minute. If it's not only is it all of these, but it's also designed from scratch? This is the greatest OS of all time. We gotta be real right now. At development phase, useless modules and services have been excluded in order to improve performance and resource consumption. This design approach allows to review in detailed manner each single package and component to include inside the Is this real? Is this not the real Athena OS? Because this OS sounds completely retarded. Let's look. What is the real Athena OS? In fact, let's ask ChatGPT. What is the real Athena OS? What is the real Athena OS? I don't know. Let's see what it says. Here's the answer. Why does the marketing page for Athena OS make it sound 100% retarded, in your opinion, ChatGPT? Yeah, you're not crazy. Oh my god! Buzzword overload without coherence. Arch, Nix, declarative, minimalism, blue team, red team, DevSecOps, reproducibility, automation, security. Here's why this matters for you. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so it sounds like it probably is the real Athena OS. Wait, where did it go? I guess it must be the real Athena OS. Okay, so let's try some more tricks. We'll try a few more tricks and then we'll end. Let's try... Oh, Rainbow. Rainbow can be a fun one. Let's take a look at Rainbow. All right, here, let's take a look at Rainbow. Rainbow! That's a great trick. That's a great trick. Let's add propeller into there. Oh, wait. Oh, I just propellered one letter. Okay. Propeller. These are the tricks I live for. All right, let's do fidget. I can't tell. Let's do fidget on another one. Here we go. Fidget. Yes. Killing it. Killing it. Let's do Wiggle Grow. Wiggle Grow, one of my favorites because it's just so insane. Like, who is the mad, insane person who thought this was a good idea? How can you read this? This is the most sarcastic text I have ever conceived of. Oh my goodness gracious. That's enough tricks. So, Athena OS. So now we know. Athena OS, the Fedora-based, Arch-based, Nix-based OS created completely from scratch. It is not only Fedora-based, and Arch-based, and Nix-based. It's incredibly created completely from scratch. The greatest operating system of all time, without a single shadow of a doubt. It is incredible. So let's go back to what we were doing. So, let's go hit it. Alright. I'm completely lost. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I gotta step outside for a sec and regain my composure. And I will be back in 2 minutes. All right, back again. Ha ha ha. I don't know if I'm gonna finish anything more tonight. Well, where I am, it's after 7, and I have been drinking. Let's see if I can remember what I was even doing. Okay, so we were looking at this. Okay, so we had this sort of thing that's like, this is the hello world of Lambda. Sure, that makes sense. And now we are going to use the API reference, I think. Okay. And then we're going to try to find it for DynamoDB, because all we want to do is write a simple record to our DynamoDB table. And I don't know how to do that yet, because I've never done it before. All right, so, yep, here it is. Oh, okay, cool. So if we use this, we can try writing an item. Oh, let's see. Type. Wait a minute. Oh, let me get rid of these tricks. Wait a minute. Did I turn them off? Oh, I thought I did. Okay. All right, so... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so functions. Okay, so we want one of these functions, probably. We can construct a service endpoint resolver. What's this one? Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, so it will return this resolver. That might very well be what we need. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've never done this before. Okay, let's see what this is. Resolver. Resolver DynamoDB endpoint resolver. Okay, sure. Resolve the service endpoint, and it gives you an endpoint? Oh, interesting. Oh, it says it's deprecated. Okay. And what's this one? That's the same thing, right? Okay. DynamoDB endpoint resolve. I don't know if that's it. So, okay, let's look at it from the top then. Fully managed. Okay, so we can create. So I did create a table, and now we just want to put records into the table. Shoot. Now I'm nervous. I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure this out very quickly. Oh my goodness. It's a ton of these types, right? Okay, let's look. AWS, Go, DynamoDB, tutorial? Yes, let's look. DynamoDB examples using AWS SDK for Go. Okay, cool. So I don't need to list tables. I know the table that I want. Updating an item, reading an item, creating an item. Here we go. All right, so here's what they did. So they imported these. Okay. So if we compare to what I've got, I've only got the lambda. Oh, they didn't even use the lambda. All right, so here we go. So let's copy this part. Okay. Uh-oh. Static check fail? Oh, you know, my Vim setup is different from the last time I practiced Go, and I'm not even sure what I changed, if anything. GitHub.com, AWS, AWS SDK, Go, AWS. No required module provides package. Wait a minute. Go get github.com, AWS, AWS SDK, Go, v2. Wait a minute. We need to go to v2. Where's v2? Oh, this is v2. Okay. I think it's v2. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, here we go. DynamoDB v2 code examples. Much better, much better. All right, so basics. Okay, here we go, here we go. So we want v2 AWS. Demo tools? I don't know if we need demo tools. But I think we do need AWS and service DynamoDB probably. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so we'll go github.com, AWS, AWS SDK, Go, v2 this time, AWS. All right, what's that say? Imported and not used. Okay. And then it says service DynamoDB. Right. Okay. And then let's skip demo tools maybe for a second. Oh, interesting. Okay, so... Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay, okay. This is the first example they show, right? Basics. Learn the basics. Run movie scenario is an interactive example that shows you how to use the... I'm going to zoom it out a little bit. Okay, how to use the AWS SDK for Go to create and use an Amazon DynamoDB table that stores data about movies. 1. Create a table that can hold movie data. All right, so we don't need to create the table. We already have the table. 2. Put, get, and update a single movie in the table. All right, so we actually don't need to get or update. We just need to put, which would be create. We just need to create. All right, so write movie data to the table. Okay. So we're going to see some different examples in this whole big thing that is a scenario, apparently. All right, so creates a DynamoDB service client from the specified SDK config so that you can replace it with a mocked or stubbed config for unit testing. Okay, nice. Okay. So what have I got in here? We just have a main that says lambda start hello. Okay, fair enough. So this is going to be func. I'm just going to say make record. And for now, I would say I'm not even gonna pass anything into it yet, because this is just practice. I've never done this. All right. So when we go to make the record, actions. Where's actions from? Actions is pass. No, wait. Where is actions? Actions. Shoot. Okay, so that's. Oh, wait. That's from examples? Oh, damn. Okay, so let's skip over that. What's table basics? Table basics is... Okay, so that's actions that was made. I see. I guess I see. Okay, so where do we actually use the DynamoDB? So they say new from config, and then they pass in SDK config. All right. So let's say DynamoDB client will be initialized as DynamoDB, and we'll say new from config. But now we need to make a config. So what's the SD? So new from config. Let's look for that. New from config. Okay, so it takes an AWS config. Let's take a look. So this is part of AWS. Okay, good. And how do we create this config? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, fair enough. What the heck? Okay. Let's go to type config. Okay, so here's an wait. Okay. Credentials. Is credentials provider sources retrieve. Oh my goodness. So we have to... Okay. So can we get this config? Like, this config is about, like, what we're doing. And it's got a bunch of important information, but can we, like, get that from the Lambda API itself? Let's see. Because we're trying to use Lambda. So let's look at Lambda. Shoot. It's gonna be this, I believe. No! Okay, this. So, Lambda, great. Okay. So what about the config? Can we get the config somewhere? Ah, shoot. That's not it. What about Lambda context? Is this going to help us? It just says overview here. So here they passed in the config. Replace it with a mocked or stubbed config for unit testing. Okay, so maybe if we go further down, maybe there's another example that will show us how to do it a different way. Oh, I'm not sure it looks like it. Okay. So SDK config passed in. So if we scroll down this far... Oh, the whole page is that one? Okay. Okay, so we have actions, scenarios, serverless examples. All right. So what if we do... Shoot. SDK for Go v2. What if we go to Lambda examples? Learn the basics. Create an IAM role. Invoke with a single parameter. Update the function code. Invoke the function with new parameters. Oh my goodness. So here's the config again. Okay, okay. I think it's gonna help us. Do we have a main? Maybe at the bottom? Probably at the bottom. Or maybe not. Oh, shoot. Lambda handler. Shoot. Wait, this is like Python. Hold on. Is it? This looks like Python. What the heck happened? Did they just paste Python code into the Go section? Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I think they did. Oh no. Maybe that's okay. What time is it? 7:25. I'm very confused. I'm gonna read up maybe a little bit, but I'm gonna go to bed and I'm gonna come back at it in the morning. So long, everyone, and to everyone have a good night. Wait, I hit the wrong button. Bye.